Every night, people zip themselves into thin nylon tents in forests filled with animals that could kill them in seconds. Bears walk those forests. Wolves cross those trails. Mountain lions move through the same darkness, almost silent. And yet, nearly every camper wakes up in the morning untouched. That should feel stranger than it does, because from a predator's point of view, you look like an easy meal. You are asleep. You are lying on the ground. You cannot see. You cannot run. You are warm, breathing, full of calories, and completely unaware of what is moving outside. So why doesn't something eat you? The answer is not that predators fail to notice you. They notice you long before you notice them. A bear may smell food, sweat, plastic, smoke, and human scent from far away. A wolf can hear tiny movements in the dark. A cougar can watch a campsite from a distance without making a sound. If a large predator is near your tent, it probably knows exactly where you are. But here's the strange part. Knowing where you are does not mean it sees you as food. Predators are not designed to be reckless. They are designed to survive. In nature, a single bad decision can be fatal. A wolf that attacks something dangerous can end up injured and unable to hunt. A mountain lion that wastes energy on the wrong target may lose its next real meal. A bear that gets surprised, trapped, or hurt may not get a second chance. So large predators are cautious for a reason. The animals alive today are the descendants of animals that avoided stupid risks. And to them, humans are a very strange risk. You do not behave like normal prey. A deer runs. A rabbit bolts. A mouse darts into cover. An elk may freeze, then flee. Prey animals have patterns, and predators spend their lives learning those patterns. But a sleeping human does not fit the pattern. You lie still for hours. You breathe slowly. You do not run when watched. You do not graze. You do not move through the forest like an animal built for that place, and the signals around you are even stranger. A tent smells like chemicals. Your clothes smell like detergent. Your pack smells like plastic. Your campsite smells like cooked food, metal, smoke, fuel, sunscreen, and a dozen things that do not belong in the forest. To a predator, that is not a clean signal saying meal. It is a confusing signal saying unknown, and in the wild, unknown is dangerous. Animal behavior researchers use the word neophobia for fear of unfamiliar things. It is not weakness. It is survival logic. A new smell, a new shape, a new sound in the dark might be harmless. Or it might be a trap, a rival, a human, fire, steel, or death. The safest move is often to keep distance. That is one reason your tent protects you more than it looks like it should. It does not protect you like a wall. It protects you like a question mark, a thin, breathing, glowing, chemical-smelling shape in the dark. But that is only the first layer. The deeper reason is much older. For a very long time, humans have been dangerous to predators. Not stronger, not faster, not better at seeing in the dark. Dangerous in a different way. We made weapons. We made fire. We hunted in groups. We followed tracks. We killed animals that were larger, faster, and stronger than us. And over thousands of generations, many predators learned a simple rule: stay away from humans. The populations that ignored that rule often did not last. The ones that treated humans as dangerous had a better chance of surviving and producing offspring. This fear is not magic. It can be learned. Animals living in places with regular human contact often avoid people strongly. Animals with little or no experience with humans can be more curious and sometimes dangerously unafraid. That tells us something important. Predators do not avoid humans because we are invisible. They avoid us because history has taught them that we are unpredictable. A sleeping deer is still just a deer. A sleeping human might be next to fire. A sleeping human might be inside a group. A sleeping human might wake up holding something sharp. A sleeping human might bring more humans. To an animal built to survive, that is a terrible bet. But people do get attacked, and this is where the story becomes important. Bear attacks happen, mountain lion attacks happen, wolves have attacked people in rare cases, tourists get hurt when they approach wild animals, campers sometimes make serious mistakes. But most of these events are not simple scenes of a predator choosing a sleeping person as normal prey. They usually happen when the normal fear barrier breaks. The first reason is food. When a bear learns that campsites mean snacks, trash, coolers, and backpacks, the animal's mental equation changes. It stops treating the camp as something mysterious and starts treating it as a feeding opportunity. The danger is not that the bear suddenly becomes evil. The danger is that it becomes trained. A food-conditioned bear is dangerous because fear has been replaced by reward. The second reason is desperation. A starving animal, an injured animal, or an old predator that can no longer catch its usual prey may take risks that a healthy animal would avoid. The famous lions of Tsavo, which killed railway workers in Kenya in 1898, have been studied for injuries and dental problems that likely made normal hunting harder. When pain and hunger get severe enough, instinct can change. The third reason is surprise. If you corner an animal, walk between a mother and her young, reach into a hidden space, or stumble too close in the dark, the attack may not be predation at all. It may be defense. The animal is not thinking food. It is thinking danger right now. And notice what is missing from that list. A healthy predator calmly deciding that a sleeping human in a tent is the easiest dinner. That is extremely rare. There is another piece most people never think about. Many predators are not only reading bodies, they are reading behavior. Wolves, for example, are social animals. They study movement, confidence, weakness, distance, and group structure. They know what panic looks like. They know what fleeing looks like. They know what an exposed animal looks like. But a sleeping human camp can be hard to understand. There may be several bodies inside strange shells. There may be fire. There may be voices, then silence. There may be no clear leader, no normal herd behavior, no obvious chase response. A predator that circles in the dark may not be deciding how to attack. It may be trying to understand what it is looking at. And confusion can protect you. This is the part that changes the way the wilderness looks. When you lie awake in a tent and hear something outside, your brain imagines a predator making a decision about whether to kill you. But often, the animal is making a different decision. Is this worth the risk? For most of human history, we were afraid of the dark for good reasons. Our ancestors were smaller than many animals, weaker in a one-on-one fight, and vulnerable at night. They built fires. They slept near each other. They listened for movement beyond the light. But over time, the relationship changed. Humans became one of the most dangerous forces in any landscape we entered. We spread across continents. We changed ecosystems. We drove some large predators away and eliminated others completely. The animals left behind were often the ones that learned caution. So when you sleep in the forest, you may feel like the fragile creature, but the forest may not see it that way. To a wolf, you are not simply meat. To a bear, you are not just a sleeping body. To a mountain lion, your tent is not just a bag with food inside. You are surrounded by the memory of fire, tools, noise, groups, pain, and danger. This does not mean you should be careless. It does not mean predators are harmless. It does not mean you should keep food in your tent, approach wild animals, ignore park rules, or pretend the wilderness is safe. The wilderness is real. And that is exactly why predators are careful. Millions of people camp every year in places where large predators live. They sleep through the most active hours of the night. They hear branches crack. They hear breathing, scraping, footsteps, and animals moving just beyond sight. And almost every time morning arrives, not because the animals failed to find them, because the animals chose distance. So the next time you are lying in a tent, frozen awake, listening to something move outside, remember what is probably happening. Whatever is out there may already know you are there. It may have smelled you before sunset. It may have heard you unzip the tent. It may know the rhythm of your breathing. It may be closer than you want to imagine, but it is not looking at you the way you are looking at it. You are thinking, can it get me? It is thinking, is this worth it? And almost every time, the answer is no. Because somewhere inside the survival instincts of the predators that still share this planet with us, there is an old lesson written by fire, weapons, noise, and generations of danger. Humans are not normal prey. Humans are something predators learn to avoid. Sleep well.